that was a joke. That was a joke last night. Absolutely horrendous game. Eagles lose to finally end a miserable brown paper bag season. Because that's what it was. I mean, this team was a joke from the beginning of the season with the drafting all the way until the last game when we pretty much blew it. I mean, not blow up, but we quit. And I didn't expect to win. I actually kind of wanted us to lose. I definitely wanted the sixth pick over the ninth, but it was definitely a little bit of an embarrassment. But I'm not going to be mad at that. I expected us to lose. I expected us to throw this game any way possible that we could possibly do it. But before I get into the Eagles and how miserable their season was, welcome back everybody to the 4 for 4 Philly Fan Podcast. As you could tell, I'm in a different studio. This will be my studio room for probably a very long time. Probably until, I either move out or I move or something like that. But I don't expect to be anywhere else but in here where, it's a work of progress. I still have some things coming in. I have a bigger light. I have some stuff for the background coming in. It's just going to be very, very nice. And, I appreciate you all for tuning in every day that I post. And, allowing me to do what I do on YouTube and bringing out the best and, great Eagles, Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, and Union content to you guys. Because that's what I try to do on a daily basis. But let's get into the game. It was a joke. Doug Peterson, Howie Roseman, the fact that they still have jobs today is a mystery. It is an absolute embarrassment to the city of Philadelphia that those two still have jobs here. I hate it. I hate the fact that they still are allowing to call the shots and do certain things with this organization. We just went 4-11-1 on the season. Our schedule came out for next year. I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you guys. It's going to depend a lot on this draft. It's going to depend a lot on what you do with the players that are leaving. There's so much to discuss with this team that it just cannot fit into one video. Definitely going to make, a couple more down the line. I don't expect any more this week coming from this slop of a team. But, it was a joke yesterday. Jalen Hurts played 3 quarters. He rushed for 2 touchdowns. But that was pretty much it. I don't even remember the final score. It was like 20-14, something like that. It was just, it was not a good look for football. Giants fans, I know you hate us already, and now you definitely hate us because you could have gotten into the playoffs with a win. But let's be real here, guys. Nobody out of this division is winning anything. They're not. This is a joke of a division, and whoever won was getting smacked by Tampa Bay anyways. So, if anything, we saved you guys eight picks, later on in the draft. And, coming from an Eagles fan and looking at it from an Eagles fan's perspective, you have to look at this team is so poor at drafting to begin with. It's a lot harder to mess up a top 6 pick than it is to do a top 10. And as stupid as that sounds, look at who we have drafted. Look at it. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside over DK Metcalf. Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson just had 1,000 more yards than Jalen Reagor did all season. And I understand that he was hurt, but Justin Jefferson should have been the pick. He should have been. And again, I said it in a couple videos earlier this year. I have no hate for Jalen Reagor. He's an Eagle, and I will respect that, and I will root for him. But, Justin Jefferson, it should have been a no-miss. He should have been the guy, but he's not. So, but you have a lot of things that are wrong with this team. And Zach Ertz today, in his press conference, which could have been his final press conference as a Philadelphia Eagle, that was sad, man. Seeing him break down in tears. This team failed miserably. This team should not have been a 4-win team. They started the controversy with Jalen Hurts, and it just kept getting worse from there. You refused to draft, receivers, middle linebackers, linebackers in general. Your secondary was not great. This team was not good. This organization has a lot to fix. And drafting is going to be one of them this year. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be a fun offseason whatsoever. But, there's just too much wrong with this team. There's too much wrong with them. Between the defense, the secondary, now you have, linemen. You had Kelsey, Ertz, and Wentz out there last night talking to each other. Kelsey could be gone. Kelsey could retire. And that leaves a big hole at the center position. So now it adds another thing to do this offseason. You already got rid of Jim Schwartz. For some reason, Doug Peterson is still here, and so is Howie Roseman. And I guess I kind of understand it because you would just have to add that onto the list of long things that you would have to do. But, why not do it now? Because next season, with the schedule that we have, we play Kansas City and Tampa Bay's division. So we play the Saints, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, and the other team in that division. I can't remember who they are. And then Kansas City, Raiders, Denver, and San Diego. It's not going to be easy. And this team is far from good. They are far from, being even relevant anymore. And it's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a rough time to be an Eagles fan. For at least probably the next 3 seasons, I would expect. It's going to be weird. We just went through the 3 greatest years of football that we have had. Arguably. You win the Super Bowl with Foles. But it just seems like ever since, it kind of went downhill. I mean, Doug Peterson and Howie Roseman, I blame them the most. And I will continue to blame them the most. They are not good at what they do. Howie Roseman is awful at drafting. He's great at reconstructing and giving out contracts and doing trades. He's great at that, and I respect him for that. But this man has set this franchise back years because of how poor he is at drafting. It's awful. It's horrendous. Horrendous how bad he is at drafting. And Doug Peterson, this man's a joke. I hate him. I hate Doug Peterson. I literally have minimum respect for Doug. He gave up on this team. He gave up on Carson, and it shows. He's not good at what he does. He is not a good coach. I do not like Doug Peterson whatsoever. And, now we have work to do. Whether it's, I don't know what you attack first in this year's draft, but you have the 6th overall pick. I want Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith. Other people might want, Micah Parsons. You might want linemen. I'm sure some of you guys are insane and probably want a quarterback. It would not shock me. It really wouldn't. I definitely don't think that's what they're going to do, but I didn't think they were going to draft a quarterback last year, and I was wrong. Second round pick. You wasted it on a quarterback. And now look at it. Now look what you have to do. You have to get rid of Carson because you decided to give up on him. This is nobody's fault but Howie Roseman and Doug Peterson. Nobody's fault but theirs. It's awful. This team is going to be rough to watch. At least we have the Sixers and the Flyers to look forward to. But the Eagles are going to be miserable over the next 3 years. I think at least. And I know it's football and things can change. We have the last place division now, so, that could happen. But it's not going to be fun. Not going to be fun. And yesterday was a disgrace. And to leave Ertz and Wentz and Kelsey, what could be their last games as an Eagle or of their career, it's definitely sad to see them go out like this on this terrible team. Constructed of nothing. It was constructed of nothing. And it sucks. It sucks being an Eagles fan this year. It was rough. Awful. But Now we're on to the draft. I'm rooting for the Bills to win personally, and I wouldn't mind Tampa Bay winning. I definitely want to see those two in the Super Bowl, but I do think the Chiefs will win. I think Andy Reid will get his second, but we'll just have to see from there. But with that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in to the 4for4 Philly Fan Podcast. I appreciate all of you guys for this long season of Eagles football, for you guys tuning in. We have a Sixers video tonight. Flyers videos will soon be coming. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I am out. Peace.